Good morning and welcome to Rose Red Homestead. The whole country is having freezing weather right now. And so it makes me think of some nice hot steamy biscuits for breakfast. I love this recipe. This is a make and freeze biscuit mix. So all you have to do after you have done the preliminary work is to pull a bag of the mix out of the freezer, mix buttermilk with it, and then roll it out and you've got your biscuits. I really do love this recipe. It is the perfect level 1 food storage recipe. You'll need to have butter. Now, we could use ghee. We've got a lot of shelf-stable ghee, but we also have frozen butter in our freezer, of course, since it's, frozen, that we keep in our level 1 food storage. So all these ingredients are level 1 food storage, and it goes together really fast. I have the recipe, my adjustments to the recipe printed down below because I did not have any self-rising flour. I also put the link to the recipe that shows the recipe using self-rising flour, but also it will have the method. So all I'm going to put below is just the ingredient list for the adjustments that I have made to essentially compensate for this not being self-rising flour. So we start with 2.5 cups of flour, and because this is not self-rising, we have to add baking powder and salt. If you have self-rising flour, all you need is 2.5 cups of it. Okay, so we now need to add 3 3/4 teaspoons of baking powder. So here's the 3, and for the 3/4 I'm going to use a full teaspoon and then just knock some of it out. So that's 3 3/4 teaspoons. And then we need to have 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, which I just always measure right here. And then we just whisk the dry mix together. Once the dry mix is thoroughly mixed, then I just take my box mixer with the large holes up. This is a cube of frozen butter, and I'm going to grate this butter right into the flour so I don't get anything else dirty. I'm folding the label back, so that the package wrapper back, so that I can hang on to it and not get the butter on my hands. So this will take a minute. We'll come back when the butter is all grated. So I'm just getting the last of the butter off this box scraper. Some was stuck up inside. You'll want to check that. And then we just want to stir this until all of the little shreds of butter are coated with flour. Now here is our mix. It makes enough for 12 biscuits. If I make a batch of 12 biscuits, we have half of them left over that sit around for several days as I'm trying to figure out how to use the leftovers. So what I'm going to do is to cut the mix in half, and I'm going to put half in each of these bags. So each of these bags will then make 6 biscuits. Now to do that, I'm going to need my kitchen scale, and I surely do hope that everybody has a kitchen scale. And this will help me so that I don't have to get any more dishes or bowls dirty. When I did my test run on this, I took the weight of the mix, and it was 486 grams. So I need to then turn this on, make sure I've zeroed out the weight of what's there. Okay, it is 0 right now. And then I need to put 243 grams in each of these bags. Right on the money. So this one is done. Getting the air out. And then we'll just equalize the mix across. And I don't need to weigh the other half because I just need to have this spread apart. But we'll just stick it on there anyway, just to have it. $243. Couldn't be more even than that. Okay. So I will now just put these in the freezer, and they'll be so handy to just pull out and then finish putting it together. Luckily, I already did that, and I have 2 bags already in the freezer, and they've been in there for, I don't know, a couple of days or so, and we are now going to show you what to do once you pull it out of the freezer. So I'm going to clear the deck, and we'll be right back. Okay, here we go. So this is the one I just took out of the freezer. It's very cold. The advantage to storing these in the freezer is that it keeps that butter just ice cold, which is great for biscuits. And so there's our mix that will make us 6 biscuits. And then the recipe calls for a full cup of buttermilk. Since we're doing half, we're only going to do a half a cup of buttermilk. And to do that, since I don't have fresh buttermilk, I don't keep fresh buttermilk in my level 1 storage, but perhaps you do. But I do have our home freeze-dried buttermilk. And so 2 tablespoons reconstitutes into a half a cup. So I'm just going to stir those flakes in this mix and then add half a cup of water, which will combine with those buttermilk flakes, and we will have the equivalent of a half a cup of fresh buttermilk. And then we're just going to mix this together. And turn it out on a floured surface. Now from this point on, we don't want to work this dough too much. I just want to bring it together. I want to be sure I get all the pieces of butter. And then we're going to pat it into a 3/4 inch high rectangle. And then to help layer those biscuits, I'm going to fold it just like a letter. Now remember, if you're doing the whole recipe, this will be much larger, twice as large as a matter of fact. Okay, and then after we have done that folding, we do it again, 3/4 of an inch, letter fold, flip it over, and we want to do it a total of 3 or 4 times. So we've just done the second one. This will be the third one, and we're going to call it good after this one. Now what this does, it helps build the layers in the dough so our biscuits will be nice and flaky. And so now that we've done it 3 times, we are going to pat it out to 3/4 of an inch. And we're going to take as many as we can. And with a biscuit cutter, you don't want to use a glass unless it has a very, very sharp edge. You want to use very sharp-edged biscuit cutter of some type so that when it goes down, it leaves those edges open and flaky and can rise. If you use a glass, you're going to seal all of those edges because the glass is curved on the edge and it doesn't give a nice clean cut. So here we go. Let's see how many we're going to get here. There is 1, 2, 3, 4. And I just turned mine upside down. And then I'm going to use this scrap to get another couple. Looking to be able to get 2 here. And just for the fun of it, I'll just mash this one together. No waste. And we'll just put it here. Our oven is preheating to 425. Just as soon as that bell rings, I'll pop these in, and we will be back after about 12 to 13 minutes when they have baked and are golden brown. So we'll see you then. Here they are. They are just beautiful. These 4 are the ones that we cut first. Then we reworked the dough and cut these 2, and then we gathered up our scraps for this one. Look how tall these guys are. I couldn't be more pleased with how far these have risen. And it's because we took the dough right out of the freezer and the butter was just frozen. So let's open one up and give it a taste. And I'm sure that you all know the trick of getting into biscuits using a fork rather than a knife so that the dough doesn't get soggy with a knife. And we'll put a little bit of ghee on. Let that get all melty. Oh, my mouth is watering. And then here is some of our apricot jam. Just a little bit. It is a soft jam, but we use it anyway. And now for the taste test. Phenomenal. Light, airy, just soft, wonderful, delicious. What a great recipe. So I hope that you try this and get some in your freezer, because it takes 5 minutes to mix it up and cut it. And then while they're baking for these took 14 minutes, but every oven is different, so watch them after 10 minutes. That's what I did. While you're scrambling the eggs, the biscuits can cook, and then you'll be ready to go for breakfast. So thank you so much for being with us, and we're going to have a little biscuit snack right now. We'll see you soon for more videos.